the IDF located about 20 rocket launchers over at the beach, and they also took out a bunch of commanders. A few commanders, I'll give you their names in a second. And, well, here's the footage.
אנחנו על חוף הים, ממש צמוד לים. משגרים וטילים מוכנים לשיגור.
Well, it's fairly busy news today. Quite a bit happened. And so there's these Nakba terrorists have been taken out, a bunch of them that participated in the October 7th massacres. Among the terrorists were Ahmed Musa, a company commander, and Omar al-Hindi, a platoon commander. Both were located in western Jabalia. Additionally, based on IDF and ISA intelligence, the head of the sniper array of Hamas Northern Brigade, Mohammed Khalut, was killed. Based on ISA intelligence, the IDF troops struck overnight 19 Hamas terrorists who planned to attack IDF troops. There was the 20 rockets on the beach. All the weapons were located and confiscated, of course. IDF struck Syria in response to a launch of a UAV to Eilat. The IDF struck the organization in Syria that carried out the launch of a UAV towards Eilat today, and it hit a school in the city. The IDF holds the Syrian regime fully responsible for every terror activity emanating from its territory. The IDF will respond severely to every aggression against Israeli territory. We have the Chief of Defense Staff and the head of the ISA situation assessment. I'll have that coming up in a minute. In response to launches toward Israeli territory, the IDF fighter jet struck Hezbollah terror infrastructure in Lebanon. And additionally, the IDF struck terror targets using artillery and the Iron Sting guided mortar munitions. I haven't seen that before. It sounds a unique and interesting weapon. Among the targets were terror compounds and infrastructure, observation posts, and technological equipment used to direct terror against Israel. I mean, I haven't seen it, I meant to say. Furthermore, a short while ago, terrorists launched an anti-tank missile toward the area of Adamit, northern Israel. No injuries were reported, luckily. The IDF aerial defense array intercepted a suspicious target in the Arava area in southern Israel. Using the Yechalom Patriot system, the target did not cross Israeli territory. So this missile launch toward Israeli territory was identified, and that's something going on. There's a lot happening. So the soldiers of the aerial defense array intercepted thousands of rockets across all layers of defense. So it's just continuing on. Following the report regarding sirens that sounded in northern Israel, several mortar shells fired from Lebanon to Israel were identified. The IDF soldiers struck the launcher from which the mortar shells were fired. Terrorists launched several anti-tank missiles and shot gunfire towards IDF positions in the area of Metula and northern Israel. And they are currently responding with tanks and artillery fire towards the sources. And the IDF also struck a launching post in Lebanon. So it continues to increase what's happening in the north with Syria and Hezbollah. All right, here's some footage of the chief of the general staff and the head of the ISA during a situational assessment held in the Gaza Strip.
יש הערכה מטורפת, באמת, חסרת תקדים לדעתי, גם בציבור, גם בדרג המדיני וגם בחמאס. וזה הולך ומשתפר בכל המקומות האלה, אז גם תעבירו את זה לחיילים. וכנציג השב"כ, אנחנו במלחמה עובדים בשביל צה"ל.
זה נקודת החוזק המרכזית בינתיים במלחמה הזאת, אתם הזכרתם את זה, אני מדגיש את זה. שותפויות כל הזמן. אני יושב פה עם רונן, זה עובד מאוד חזק, ואני אומר לכם, נמצאים פה כולם, כל צה"ל. אני מסתובב, אני רואה את צה"ל בכל הפינות עובד. כולם עושים הכל, רק כדי שאתם תהיו הכי חזקים שאפשר. תאמו איתם, קבלו את זה, מדי פעם תסבירו טוב בזמן מה אתם צריכים. אין דבר שלא יעשו כדי שתעבדו טוב. מאוד מרשים, שהיא חזק קדימה, יסודי, בעוד את הקצב, אנחנו מאחוריכם.
There you have it. Gives you a little window what's going on. And the ISA, run by Ronan Bar, they work for the IDF. And their chief of general staff, Herzi Halevi, gives his speech to the guys as they go into the center of Gaza.